what is going on? First United Methodist Church Preteen Ministry. I'm so glad that you decided to join us on this Sunday evening. We've got a really awesome story for you about Joseph and all 11 of his brothers. And stay tuned after this video. We have a link that you and your parents can do this really awesome activity to learn this lesson of forgiveness. We'll also talk about what small groups are going to look like this week. So I hope you enjoy it. Check it out.
This is the story of Joseph and his 11 brothers. See, Joseph was 17 and had 11 other brothers. But because Joseph was one of the youngest sons, his father spent more time with him. One day, Joseph had a dream, and he went to go tell his brothers. He said, "Guess what? Last night I had a strange dream. We were tying up bunches of grain out in the field when suddenly my bunch stood up while all of yours gathered around and bowed to me." The brothers looked at each other in disgust. But Joseph continued, "Then I had another dream that the sun, moon, and 11 stars bowed down to me." "Who do you think you are?" the brothers said. "Do you think that you're better than all of us? Do you think that we would ever bow down to you?" This made the brothers dislike Joseph even more. A few days later, Joseph's father asked him to check on his brothers while they were in the field. When the brothers saw Joseph in the distance, they made a plan to kill him. So when Joseph came to them, they threw him in an empty well. But then one of Joseph's brothers said, "Wait, why don't we sell him to these people? That way, we never have to see him again, and we don't have to kill him." The other brothers liked this idea, so they sold him to the people who were going to Egypt. The rest of the brothers took Joseph's robe and dipped it in animal blood and took it back to their father. When the father saw this, he cried, "Some animal has killed my son." And he cried for many days, so much that nobody could comfort him. But the Lord was still with Joseph, even in jail, and the warden put Joseph in charge of all the prisoners. He never worried because the Lord was with Joseph and helped him do everything right. After Joseph had been in jail for some time, a cupbearer and baker to Pharaoh had been sent there. One night, each of them had a dream. They told their dreams to Joseph, and he told the cupbearer that he would soon be let out of jail. "Please tell Pharaoh about me and ask him to get me out of here," Joseph said. One day, the Pharaoh had a dream, and nobody could explain it to him. But the cupbearer then remembered what Joseph had done for him, and Joseph was brought to Pharaoh. "Can you understand dreams?" Pharaoh asked. "I can't, but God helps me," Joseph replied. After Pharaoh had told him this dream, Joseph explained, "God is warning you. There will be 7 years when nothing will grow, and there won't be any food for anyone." "What can I do?" Pharaoh asked. "God has shown you what to do. There will be 7 years before the bad years that will be very good. So good, there will be extra food for everyone. So you should save a little bit each year. That way you'll have enough to get through the bad years," Joseph said. Pharaoh believed all that Joseph had told him and put him in charge of all the land of Egypt. People came from all over to buy grain from Joseph because the whole world was in need of food. Some of those people were Joseph's brothers. When his brothers came, Joseph could recognize them, but they did not know who he was because it had been almost 10 years since he had seen them. The brothers all bowed to him because he was an important person, just as he dreamed they would in the beginning. And Joseph said to his brothers, "I am Joseph. Is my father alive?" But his brothers couldn't answer him because they were afraid. Then Joseph said, "Come here. I'm your brother, the one you sold. Don't worry. Don't be angry at yourselves for selling me, because God's put me here to save people from starving." So his brothers, his father, and their families came to live with Joseph, and they all had all the food they could ever need.
Hey, well, I hope you enjoyed that video. What a story of Joseph and his 11 brothers. I mean, to come back from them throwing him in a well to him becoming a high-ranking officer in Egypt and showing so much grace and forgiveness to a group of people, let alone his own brothers, who did so much wrong to him. So attached to this video is a link for you and your parents to do a really short activity together to really drive that lesson of forgiveness home. Please join us for a small group this week. Sixth graders, you are on Tuesday morning and Tuesday afternoon, boys and girls respectively. Fourth graders, we see you on Thursday afternoon at 3 p.m. And fifth graders, you guys can hang out with us on Thursday morning at 10 a.m. So get on Zoom, join one of those small groups, and we can't wait to see you then.